Are you thinking of buying your first home? Stop and watch this video first. Hi everyone, my name's June. I'm the newest broker here at Mad Loans, and I'm here to run through today what it looks like buying your first home. And by the end of this video, you'll be an expert on all things buying. So what are we going through today? We're going to go through 3 common mistakes that people make when they're trying to buy their first home. Number 1 mistake, it's going to be not getting your pre-approval. Always get your pre-approval. The second mistake people make is not going through and understanding all of the hidden costs with buying property. And number 3 is going direct to a bank over going straight to a broker. So guys, what's the number 1 mistake that most people make when they're buying their first property? Well, it's falling in love with the property before they're even pre-approved. If you don't know how much you can spend and you're going on inspections every single weekend and you fall in love with a house that you can't buy, that's the biggest heartbreak for most first-home buyers. There are different steps of getting a pre-approval, but first step is always coming to see us or coming to see your broker. When you buy a house, there's 2 really important things that have to be right for you to be able to buy. Number 1 is you need to check your borrowing capacity. You need to check that your income, all of the different debts and liabilities and things that you have all match up and can get you the loan that you need to be able to buy the house that you want. Number 2, the second part of the equation, is the equity or the deposit. So you could be earning $1 million a year, but if you have $0 in savings and you have nothing to put down as a deposit, that's not going to work. And the other way around, you could have $500,000 of cash, but if you're not earning money, then you can't buy what you want to buy. To check your borrowing capacity and to check the equity position and different schemes, government schemes, what is a guarantor loan, all of those things, you have to come to a broker, because not only can they tell you the best way to structure your finance, but also the best bank to go to. The issue and the hardest part with buying your first property is not actually getting the loan. The loan part of it is actually easier than you think, especially if you've got a partner, you've got pretty good incomes, everyone has a HEX, so that's fine. But even if you've got a couple of credit cards, a car loan, personal loans, that's fine. Most people don't have issue getting the loan itself. Most first home buyers have the issue with the actual cash position, because in Australia, in most cases, you need a 20% deposit to be able to buy your first home. And that's why there are so many different schemes, so many different policies with different banks that allow you to get away with not having to put down that full 20% deposit. If you're more interested specifically on all of the different schemes and grants and different policies that are available for first home buyers, please comment down below and we'll make sure that we get onto it. The second most common mistake that we see first home buyers make is they don't know what all of the buying associated fees and hidden costs are. If you go direct to a bank and you get a loan and you get a pre-approval for a certain amount, they're just going to say, this is what you need to have in cash. They're not going to actually tell you, hey look, you need to pay for your solicitor. You need to pay for a building and pest inspection. There's going to be a rates and a water and potentially a body corporate adjustment come settlement day. You need to pay for insurances. There's so many different things that are involved when you're actually buying a property. You need to make sure that you're across all of the different buying associated fees. The most common, I'll go through them now with you. Of course, you've got your stamp duty. That's your government fees, the transfer fees, registration fees, all of the things that the government charge to make you buy the house. Number 2, your second largest cost is going to be probably your lawyer cost. That could be $2,000, $3,000. You also might have a couple of different adjustments come settlement day. What that means is if you buy my house and I've already paid for my rates bill, my water bill, and let's say if I own a unit and you're buying my unit, if you buy in the middle of that quarter that I've already paid for, then you have to reimburse me for all of the costs that you'll be then taking on. It's really important to be aware that you might be liable to pay a rates bill, a water bill, and a bit of a body corporate adjustment come settlement day. Guys, the final and third most common mistake that first home buyers make when they want to buy the property is they go straight to the bank instead of coming to a broker. Now, if I'm a bank and you come to me and you want to get finance and a loan from me, I'm only ever going to tell you what the best thing is at my bank. I'm only going to give you my policies, my rates, and my fees. I'm not going to tell you, hey, look, that bank over there is actually a better bank for your position. Whereas brokers are friends with all of the banks. And brokers are a free service. They make their commissions off of writing loans to banks. All of the banks pay us the same amount of commission. So we're not actually incentivized to take you to one bank over the other bank. The broker will tell you, based off of your financial position, what is the best bank out there, so that you don't have to go to all of the 25 different banks that could potentially give you a loan. Something else that your mortgage broker should be doing for you, and something that Mad Loans prides ourselves in doing, is reviewing your rate every single year. So when you're with Mad Loans, every single year after you settle, we'll review your rate for you. So we'll go to your bank and we'll say, hey mate, these guys have been on this rate for this long, and this other bank is actually giving this better rate. Can you please come back and match it? 8 times out of 10, they'll come back and they'll give something better. A bank only sees you as a number. If they don't have to talk to you for the next 10 years and they can just keep writing new business and meeting new clients and writing new deals, and they can just let your rate go into a ridiculously high rate, that's actually better for them. Whereas with us, we want to make sure every single one of our customers are on the best rate possible. And if your bank is not coming to the party, then we can look at potentially moving across to a different bank as well. If you want to know a little bit more about the refinance process and the hidden costs and fees associated with refinancing, please comment down below and we'll do another video on what are some of the fees when you refinance away from your bank to a different bank. So that's been the most common mistakes that first home buyers make when they're buying property. Now, of course, there's so much more involved when you actually want to be buying your first property. Guys, the easiest way to stay updated with all of the latest news with the government, different policies that might help you out as a first home buyer, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, please follow our Instagram, and then have a look at our website. Make sure that you read across all of the different resources because there's a lot there. And if you're ready, or even if you just want to get on the right track to buy your first home, give us a buzz and we'll be happy to help you out. This has been June. Thanks for your time.